Hi everyone, it's Kendall here, and this is the question you've all been asking, and I have literally no reason for why I haven't answered.
Oh my god.
So everyone wanted to know how I'm learning Korean, how I learned Korean, or whatever tense you want to use, and also how long I had been studying. Well, to answer that question first, I've been studying for about 5-ish years. I have used literally every method under the frickin' sun. So for the first 2-ish years of my studying life, I studied on my own. I studied through online resources, I guess is a more accurate way to say it. At the time I was using talktomeinkorean.com, which is freaking phenomenal. It's just so good. I think a lot of times people come and ask me like, what did you use to learn originally? And I was using talktomeinkorean.com, and because there's a lot on the website, I think it can be a bit intimidating for some people. Just go straight to their curriculum. It's all organized, so that's a really good place to find foundation, I think. And so when I ended up going into classroom study, I was set. I was so well versed in the grammar. It's just I couldn't comfortably speak. But I did really well on my tests and everything because I actually knew what I was doing in that sense, if nothing else. So I'm not going to talk too much about resources because that's a whole other video, and this video could get very long very quickly. So let's go straight over into the second thing that I did, which I kind of alluded to, which is classroom study. And that was classroom study here in the United States, particularly at the University of Michigan. Now, the University of Michigan really focuses on writing for foreign languages, particularly because they want to encourage people to go into grad school using these languages. So that's why that was really good for my academic writing. But yeah, but basically my basis for learning at the university was actually to become a better writer, which I truly appreciate. I was looking at some things that I wrote a while ago and it was nonsense. I actually don't understand it. Like, I actually don't understand what I was trying to say. So my writing has obviously gotten a lot better since then. But above all of that, the most obvious and most effective thing to do is, of course, study Korean in Korea. I had the pleasure of doing that last year. I was at Seogang's Korean Hagwon, and I was there for about 3 months, a little bit less than 3 months. I took the KGP 200. It's basically you're in class for 4 hours a day learning Korean, Monday through Friday, so doing Korean, and it was phenomenal. Like, everything was focused on speaking, and as I said before, at my university it's really focused on writing, so speaking wasn't something that I had become very comfortable with until I come back and take an advanced speaking classes. Like, you couldn't speak in whatever language for a few reasons, because one, not everyone in the room spoke English as a first language. Some people spoke Spanish, some people spoke Japanese, some people spoke Chinese. Like, it was all kinds of like reasons why you couldn't just fall back on your mother tongue. And also they were really strict on it anyway in class. They were like, hey there, figure out how to explain if you don't know a word. Put it in a situation, describe the crap out of it, use hand movements, do whatever. You have to really think outside, around, under, over the box. And it was really good for me because that's where I really got confidence in speaking. I don't think that it wasn't that I couldn't speak before I got to Korea, it's just I didn't need to. I was pushed into survival mode, so all of a sudden I'm like, people actually don't understand me if I go back to English, so shoot, I better actually figure out how I'm trying to say this. So also, specifically for the level I took when I was at Seogang, I was taking level 3, which is really focused on life in Korea. Like, when you go to the bank, when you go to the grocery store, when you're trying to find something and it's beyond, do you know where so and so is? Like, beyond that sentence, it's like down the street, you know, once you see this, you take that corner, like 50 meters away is the random building that you've never heard of, so there's no English equivalent. It's like those type situations, and I was like, thank you. If you had to pick out of any of these experiences, go to Seogang University, because they're phenomenal. Their books are incredible. The practice dialogues were so useful because we would like repeat these practice dialogues. Like, we had to know them by heart. And at first I was like, what is this? And then I ended up at a bank using a practice dialogue pretty much verbatim, and I was like, huh, thank you, Seogang. So yeah, that's the bullet point version of how I've learned Korean so far. I've used a lot of different resources and all that, which would have to be a different video because those are very specific and minute and, you know, all that kind of things. But yeah, if you do have any more questions about resources, I'll see what questions I get and maybe I can make a video that's a bit more comprehensive on that. But that's how I did it. Am doing it, still doing it. I still to this day don't think I'm fluent. It all really depends on, I think it depends on the person. What does fluency mean? I don't know. I'll talk to you guys next time. Let me know if you have any more questions down in the comment section. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. The button's down there. It's free and it's all this wonderful information coming at ya. And then follow me on Instagram and on Twitter. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. The line. Going over that line and just like, there's a line between a peck, kissing, and like sucking the life force out of your significant other.